Hey guys, we're going to check out the Hardwire HT-6 Polyphonic tuner, which I got at my good friends at Long and McQuaid's. We're going to try it with a few different things. We're going to use a few different instruments. Let's zoom out here. We're going to use my trusty Yamaha 5-string bass. I'm going to tune that guy up. We're going to use our Takamine, or Takamine, or however you want to pronounce it, acoustic, jumbo acoustic. Love this guitar. We're going to try him on his own, and we're also going to try it with a capo. And just to make life interesting, my main electric, my Ibanez RG7. Alright, that's my guy right there. So we're going to try tuning up a 7-string, even though it's a 6 max string polyphonic tuner. It actually works okay with this guitar. So we'll take a look at that tonight as well. Alright, let's get set up. Okay, so first thing we need to do is, first thing I want to show you is how to do the battery in it. So it's not a typical thumb screw like you would see in Boss pedals. It's you have to push a button on the side there. You have to push a button on the side there to get the foot part out. So what you'll do is, I'm just using a pen here. So you just give that a little pop. Right, if you can see that there. Okay, that's bit of a cavity right there. You can see where the 9-volt battery goes in. Alright. Okay, so we'll just grab our 9-volt here. Hopefully this is one that's alive. I've got way too many half-used batteries in my bag. I'm going to have to get rid of them. Okay, and then pretty simple. Both sides have springs, so you don't have to worry about popping it in one side, but just make sure that both sides are in good and strong before you turn that on. Okay, good. So let's start with the bass. Okay, we'll hook that up right now. Okay, so you can see I've got, well, you can't see because I've got my bass behind me, but it's there. Alright, it's my 5-string bass. So I've got it plugged in here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to turn this sucker on. Alright, so, okay. So right away, you can, I don't know if you can see it clearly enough, but that's the guitar side. And we need to change it over to bass side. So what we're going to do is we're just going to hit this little tuning button right here, and that says G standard, drop D, bass. Now this is bass, but it's at 4, so I want to go bass 5. There's even a bass 6. Isn't that awesome? Alright, so I don't think I could play one, so we're just going to hit that. I'll try that again here. Alright. Okay, so it took a little fuss in there. Alright, but now we're on the bass side. It was lit over here on guitar. Now it's over here on bass. So I got it set for 5-string. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do a quick strum. All 5 strings across. Okay, and that's... I know the colors aren't quite showing up nicely on there, but you've got a really nice kind of a navy blue in the middle there. On the immediate left and rights are yellows. And then you've got, I think they look like orange on the screen here, but they're actually nice deep red. So right away you can see a couple of strums there. I'm a little flat on some of those guys. Okay, so right away on my low B, and tighten that up. Oh, sorry, that's sharp. Let's go back here. Okay, so we'll go back the other way. You can see it. There we go. Let's do the 5th string. Okay. So, just like that. Okay, and my last string, my thinnest string here. Drop that a bit. So there you go. Okay, so that's pretty easy. All right, so the other thing to keep in mind, oh, look at all those lights. The other thing to keep in mind is, let's say, you know, I'm doing this, I got one that's out. All right, well, no big deal, okay? I'm just gonna go and hit that single string all by himself. Look at that, goes right into chromatic, okay? And you want that pretty little blue light in the middle there. And there you go. So instantly, I mean, if you only got one string that's out and you don't really want to get confused like I get sometimes, you can go ahead and select just the single note. So that's pretty cool in my books. So it instantly goes from polyphonic to chromatic. You know, it recognizes whether you're playing multiple notes or single notes. That's pretty cool. All right, so I mean, that's bass. Pretty straightforward. Can't really say too much about it. Just remember the modes. Okay, so you've got bass and then guitar on the other side. So if you're like me and you play different instruments, depending on when and where you're playing, you'll need to make that switch. Okay, so the next stop is the acoustic. So let's get that set up. All right, so now we've got our acoustic. We're going to try tuning this guy. Obviously this acoustic has a pickup in it. I'm still plugged in. All right, but we're still set on bass on the tuner. So the tuner is going to be doing all kinds of freaky things trying to find out where a 5-string bass sits in my acoustic signal, and that's just not right. So we got to change the tuning again. Okay, so we're going to go down here to tuning. That says bass 5. We don't want bass 5. We want bass 6. We don't want drop D, so we'll go right to G, ST, so guitar standard. Alright, and so once it's selected, see how it's back on guitar now. We talked about guitar and bass when we were tuning the bass, so now this is sitting on guitar. So let's give it a strum, see how badly we're out. Okay, so we're pretty sharp here. So we'll try a few strums here. Drop down that E, that top string, or that top row was my high E string. Let's see how I brought that down. Okay, B string's a little bit out, bring that guy back in line. My A string or my 5th string is out, drop him down. Okay, this looks good. Let's play a chord. Not bad. Works pretty good. So same deal, okay, with the bass. So if I've got one string that's out, so we'll do a quick strum here. Okay, so you can see how my E is pretty badly out. You know what, just go ahead and hit that one string. Bring it up, it goes right into chromatic mode. There's a nice blue color there. I wish you could see how rich these colors are, because they really are amazing. I just love the color of that, love that blue. Okay, so there you go. Not much more to say about that. Yeah, it works well. Single notes. There's my high E. Okay. Bring it down, bring it down. There you go. Yep. Happy, happy, happy. Works extremely well. Okay, so the next stop is to try it with a capo. So let's get that set up. Alright, so according to the manual, you can do what is called fret offset. So what that means is if you're tuning down a half or a whole step, or if you're using a capo and you don't want to check your tuning by taking the capo off just to put it back on again, this fret offset will actually teach the tuner what fret you're playing at. So you can do it automatically, and that's what we're gonna demo here. So let's give this a try. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my capo right here. Here's my capo. This guy. Okay. All right. I don't know why I showed it to you, but anyways, Dunlop. Love Dunlop. I'm gonna put it on the 4th fret. Okay. So right now, okay. Good. So we're gonna put the capo on the 4th fret here. try to put it in nice and even. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is step on the Hardwire power pedal here and fret. Now watch this. You strum. Look at that. 4th fret. Figured it out. Okay. So now, if you strum, look at that. Tells you you're at the 4th fret. Away you go. Got one string that's a little sharp. Let's bring it back. There we go. Bring the 3rd string back. Alright. Awesome. So now it's learned that my capo is at the 4th fret. Let's move it up to 6th fret, which I believe is the maximum. I don't think you can go higher. Let's give it a try. So again, we're just going to push down and hold. Fret 6. So let's give him a try. There it goes. So a few strings out. So let's tune those suckers up. So bring him down. D. Going crazy with this guy. Okay. Anyways, let's do a quick strum. There you go. Okay, so let's hear it. Okay, so I can just try something for a second here. Let's teach it. Okay, so fret. Let's go here. Alright, so now it's going to 3. I have no idea what that means, but anyways. So I think 6 is its max. Unless that's -3. Hey, maybe it is. Let's do that again. Let's go to 7 and see what it does. Alright, so click and hold there. So my capo's on the... Actually, my capo's on the 9th fret. So now it's going 4. So... Nah. Alright, so... Looks like 6 is about its maximum, 6th fret. Hey, no big deal, right? Okay. Still pretty happy about that. Alright, that's pretty amazing. So, capos work. It's great. Love it. Okay, last stop is tuning my 7-string with it. So let's get that set up. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at using the Polyphonic tuner with a 7-string guitar. And it's pretty much going to be the same as with the 6-string. Obviously you need to deal with the low B, but let's take a look at what we've got so far. So obviously you can turn it on, make sure it's on guitar, the guitar side there. So we're going to just strum the strings, but what I'm doing though is I'm muting my top string, that low B string. I don't want to confuse the tuner yet, or ever. Okay, so with the volume up, now we can see how a little bit sharp on some strings. Now the thing that we got to keep in mind, especially with licensed Floyd bridges, it's all about the tension with these guitars. So it seems like a lot of strings are out, but let's take a look at that low B. Now I can do this just by hitting the B itself, okay, my low B, because it jumps automatically into chromatic mode. I can do this, right? I can just go ahead and grab that 7th string. It's going to see that B. So I'm just going to tighten it up a little bit here, get that to blue, and then I'm going to take a look at the other strings. So get that guy somewhere in the middle there. I don't have to worry too much about it right at the moment, just as long as it's close. And then all 6 strings. See how there's a... Now the tension has changed because I tightened the low B string, so that meant all those sharp strings would be flatted. Okay, so there's another string here, my B, my high B string there. Alright. I didn't have to do this, I just... You can go in and out of chromatic mode and polyphonic mode just by hitting a single note. So this is really awesome. Really enjoy that. So the D's out a little bit there too. Pull that back. There we go. And the E can come back just a little bit there. There's a little bit of red there on the right hand side. But that's it. Alright, so when you're using a 7-string with this kind of tuner, just keep in mind, if you see a lot that's out, go for the B string first. That's your heaviest string. It's going to create the most tension. Get him tuned first. Then go into polyphonic mode and take a look at the other strings and get them set up. Alright, and that should be it. I mean, obviously you could go one string at a time, you know, monophonic or single string, and that should be it. Okay, it's not bad tuning. I mean, in the middle of the gig, as long as you're close, right? So there you go. Pretty easy stuff with 7-string. All right, that's how you do it.